loving your tacos, aren't you?
Tacos are the key to my heart. God.
Damn, they are. You're so right.
You made me finish my lemon. There's like, oh, okay.
That's what.
Why are you guys watching me eat?
Oh God. Are you sure you don't want tacos neither? I have tacos in my house. Okay. You're gonna keep eating your tacos?
No.
Why? Oh. Okay.
Speaking about the key to your heart, what's that?
Which one?
The necklace over there.
There's a lot of that. The key one. Oh. Oh. This one?
Yes. Oh, okay. That one was passed down from generation to generation, but I don't really know. My grandma passed it down to my mom, and my mom was like, "Here." Your grandma gave it to me, and I was like, "You can have it," and I was like, "Oh, sure."
Yeah, so cute.
I know, right? Actually, I actually don't know.
Oi.
Have you ever tried looking it up?
Oh yeah. Have you seen the ones where they find like where like you know, have you seen in the actions in the movies where they're like, oh, they found something, and then they're just like, oh shit, actually we might get money out of this.
Then go for it.
I'm gonna search it up, okay?
Yeah.
Oh damn, actually I've never thought about this. Oh, an email from the history detective. Dear Martha, thank you for contacting me about this beautiful necklace. I found many interesting facts about the key and how your great-great-great-grandmother came in contact with the owner. Although it is unknown how she exactly received the key, it is known that it belonged to Lavinia Fisher.
Lavinia was the first female serial killer in the United States. All that is known about her is that she was born in 1793. Other information, such as the location of her birth, her maiden name, or any information of her childhood is unknown. Because of this, most history about her comes from various legends well known in North Carolina. Lavinia married her husband, John Fisher, and they resided in Charleston, North Carolina, where they owned and operated a hotel named the 6 Mile Wayfair House. Lavinia was a beautiful young woman with raven hair, porcelain skin, and deep bright blue eyes. She was aware of the extent of her beauty, and she used it to her advantage. One of the legends say that when a traveler would arrive at the hotel, she would greet them politely, she would smile brightly, and make the traveler believe that she is an innocent woman incapable of any harm. Lavinia would entice them, luring them in with a promise of a nice, cozy, warm day. But before starting her heinous crime with her husband, they would first ask the traveler a series of questions to figure out how much money the traveler carried. If the traveler did carry a lot of money, Lavinia would come to their room with a warm cup of tea. The traveler never suspected anything wrong with the tea. He would drink that was served by a nice and beautiful young woman. Unbeknownst to the traveler, the cup of tea was poisoned with laudanum by Lavinia. Lavinia would then have to wait a few hours for the substance in the tea to kick in and make the traveler fall sound asleep. When a couple of hours passed, Lavinia's husband John Fisher would enter the traveler's room to finish the job. On February 1819, a group of vigilantes went to the Fishers' neighborhood to investigate the reported gang activity going on there. Once satisfied by their work, the group departed, leaving one man by the name of David Ross to keep watch of the area. The next morning, Ross was attacked by a gang that terrorized that area. Among the men was Lavinia Fisher, who Ross looked to for help, but instead of helping him, she choked him and smashed his head through a window. Somehow Ross managed to escape and alerted authorities. A few days after the event, a man named John Peoples came across the hotel and asked Lavinia if she had a spare room for him. Lavinia responded sadly that she didn't, but that didn't stop Lavinia from inviting Mr. Peoples for a warm cup of tea. While sitting at a table, Lavinia began to ask Mr. Peoples various questions. Mr. Peoples received a cup of tea from Lavinia, but he does not like tea, so instead of declining the offer so he would not seem rude, he poured it when she was not looking. Mr. Peoples, enjoying her company, would answer every question she asked, ignoring the ingenuous stare her husband gave him. After she was satisfied with his answer, she would excuse herself and return with a warm meal. And the news that there was now a room available for Mr. Peoples. Late in that day, Mr. Peoples went to sleep, but was beginning to feel skeptical and wonder if the married couple was going to rob him. So he decided to sleep on a wooden chair next to the door to be safe. In the middle of the night, he awoke him because of the loud noise. Mr. Peoples ran to the window and saw John Fisher carrying a knife. Even more frightened, he ran for his life and managed to escape to live there so easy. The authorities had always suspected John and Lavinia Fisher of foul play since there has been reports of people gossiping of the men that go to the hotel and never come back. The next day, the authorities rode out the 6-mile highway for a house, searched the hotel, and arrested John and Lavinia Fisher after finding several bodies on their property. The Fishers remained in the old city jail awaiting trial. No one knows how many men were murdered. Even John himself, who confessed to his heinous crimes, said he lost count after 15 or 20. By February 1820, the married couple had been convicted of their crimes and sentenced to hang. John begged for the judge to give them mercy, but the judge refused. When Lavinia saw John pleading for his life, she decided she would have nothing to do with him. However, Lavinia was also surprised by the judge's rule. She was a beautiful woman, and she thought that no one would dare to kill an innocent and gorgeous woman. Furthermore, in South Carolina during that period of time, they couldn't hang a married woman, but they could hang a widow. So the court decided to execute John Fisher first, making Lavinia a widow after his execution. Lavinia believed that if she wore her wedding dress, that no man in the audience would resist her beauty, and one of them would eventually step up to stop the execution and propose to her. However, Lavinia thought that no one was coming forward, and the reality that she was going to die at that moment set in. Before Lavinia was hung, she began to laugh hysterically. As the rope was placed on her neck, she told the crowd her final words: "If anyone has a message for the devil, give it to me, for I shall see him soon." Although Lavinia Fisher is the first female serial killer, records show that she was executed and convicted for the robberies but not the murders, so the courts don't recognize her as the first female serial killer. The Fishers were buried in Potter's Field, where the Medical University of South Carolina now stands on Ashley Avenue. But the Charleston Old City Jail, where Lavinia and John Fisher were kept until their execution, still stands. It's a harrowing place and has been investigated by various ghost hunters over the years. It is said by the locals that Lavinia haunts the jail. On the tour, ladies are encouraged to cover or remove their jewelry. Apparently, Lavinia likes things that are sparkly.
It might seem